Hey everyone! Today we're diving into the top 10 most effective reusable and sustainable energy sources. Let's explore how these can help us combat climate change and reduce our carbon footprint. We'll compare each source to fossil fuels in terms of CO2 emissions and effectiveness. By the end of this video, I hope you'll be inspired to rethink your own energy use. Biomass energy comes from organic materials like wood, agricultural crops, and waste. Compared to fossil fuels, biomass reduces CO2 emissions by about 60 to 80%. However, it can still release some pollutants, making it the least effective on our list. According to the Union of Concerned Scientists, biomass can save up to 60% of the CO2 emissions produced by coal. Geothermal energy harnesses heat from the Earth's core. It's highly reliable and produces minimal emissions. According to the Geothermal Energy Association, geothermal plants emit 99% less CO2 than fossil fuel plants. Despite its potential, its effectiveness is limited by geographical availability. Hydropower uses the energy of flowing water to generate electricity. It's one of the oldest and most reliable sources of renewable energy. The International Hydropower Association states that hydropower emits only 10% of the CO2 emissions of natural gas plants. However, it can impact aquatic ecosystems. Tidal energy exploits the natural rise and fall of ocean tides. It's predictable and sustainable, but its effectiveness is limited to coastal regions. According to the European Marine Energy Center, tidal power has a CO2 footprint 80% lower than coal. Wave energy captures energy from surface waves. It has huge potential, especially for island nations. The Ocean Energy Systems Group highlights that wave energy can reduce CO2 emissions by up to 90% compared to fossil fuels. Yet, it's still in the experimental stage. Solar thermal energy uses mirrors or lenses to concentrate sunlight and produce heat. This heat can generate electricity or provide direct heating. According to the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, solar thermal systems emit 89% less CO2 than conventional power plants. Wind energy is one of the fastest growing renewable energy sources. Wind turbines convert wind into electricity with zero emissions during operation. The American Wind Energy Association notes that wind energy can reduce CO2 emissions by up to 80 million tons per year in the U.S. alone. Solar photovoltaic, PV, energy panels convert sunlight directly into electricity. They have become increasingly affordable and efficient. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, solar PV systems produce 95% less CO2 emissions compared to coal-fired power plants. Hydroelectric dams generate significant amounts of electricity and have a long lifespan. While their construction impacts the environment, they produce minimal emissions once operational. The World Bank reports that hydroelectricity emits about 90% less CO2 than fossil fuels over its lifetime. Nuclear fusion promises to be the most effective and clean energy source. Fusion produces zero CO2 emissions and has a virtually unlimited fuel supply from water. The ITER project estimates that fusion could eventually produce 100 times more energy than fossil fuels with no emissions. It's clear that renewable energy sources can dramatically reduce our CO2 emissions compared to fossil fuels. By adopting these technologies, we can make a significant impact on climate change. I challenge you to think about your own energy consumption. How can you reduce your carbon footprint? Maybe it's as simple as switching to a green energy provider or investing in solar panels for your home. Every small change counts. Let's take action together to create a sustainable future. Share this video to spread the word and inspire others to rethink their energy use.